Hi, my sweet girl Karen. How are you? I have missed you. Where have you been? I know. Cool, huh? So, what do you think about that 5 foot assassin? Well, it's taken him forever to get him out here. It's been like, what, 20 minutes I've been waiting? But I just woke up. I had a late one last night, Karen. I was up. Let's see. I went live at 11 o'clock at night. 11. Very tired, stayed up all night, saw it happen live on the scanner, announced he was caught in. Slept all day. I know. Didn't this drain you? It drained me. Just watching it. It's something I couldn't look away from. But I'm going to be going live tonight. I'm going to be doing some cycle. There's people that haven't heard from it about the case, and I'm going to like do a detailed live about it. Try to make everything make sense to the people instead, tell a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Just one whole video of the whole thing, the whole case. That's my plan, anyways. It seems to be better going live at later in the night, anyways. I saw you did. Unfortunately, I was committed to modding that late night stream of a channel I've been doing since May 2022. That's okay. You know that. Hi, Language of Horses. Good morning. Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's the first time I ever went late that night, or that late at night. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. I'm trying to wake up here. But it went, oh, good. I'm having problems with StreamYard. I have going on for 2 weeks now. Everything freezes up back here. It mutes me constantly. I have done everything in my power to figure out what's going on here. And I messed everything up on my end. Oh my God, I'm so mad. So, you know how on Windows you can reinstall, keep your files or whatever? Well, I by accident like reset everything, factory reset my computer and lost some things that were very important. Hi Gigi, how you doing? So this is a status hearing. I didn't know he was having one that quick, so that's why there's no notification. My sleep is goopy. He goes for, oh my God. Well, I guess that's kind of easy because let me tell you, 2 hours goes by quick. See, I think I was so exhausted, from streaming for 11 to 12 hours or 9 to 12 hours. That's a long time. I don't know how some of these people do it. How can they go live every night and stream that many hours? I couldn't do it. You can't get nothing done in your house. I'm thinking it is, but I'm not 100%. I think I seen one of the Cody vendors, so yeah. It sure is that after Taylor was found, I didn't get to sleep until noon yesterday. I'm about to go to sleep now. Look at that courtroom; it's just full of people. For real, right? I wonder if the 5 foot assassin got any sleep. What do you think? He didn't even look the same. Yes, it is. Yep. Let me take a look exactly and read it to you guys what this is about. I'm sorry. I should have done that to begin with. Yeah, it's about the theft. Hold on. Okay, this one is about his financial crimes, his two former friends, co-conspirators, and it doesn't say much more about it. Hold on. All right, hold on. During today's hearing, the judge will decide what's next in other cases. Okay, this, I don't know. He looked so different than his clean, calm self on the porch. Yeah, and it's funny you say that. To me, in my opinion, I think he had to have some kind of help from Longwood to Phoenixville. Because look at how cleaned up he is. If he was in the woods for what, um, 11 days in Longwood, and you seen him on the doorbell cam or ring cam or whatever it is, someone had to help at some point in time, in my opinion. Yes, you noted that. You noticed that too. I was in shock to see that number one, he did have hair because I thought he shaved it, and then I noticed he had some braids going on. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Oh no, I got rid of it. Uh oh. Didn't she get arrested a little after that? Hold on. Yeah, she did. Yep. See, and that's the first time, Karen, because you know how I do things. Like if so many people are covering one thing, I stay away from it just because it, you know how stuff happens with people, and stuff did happen with people. Thank God, not me. Well, kind of. I did get some trolls, but I followed that one. I don't know. I found it fascinating. No, but they keep zooming the camera in on the door, waiting for him. That's all I know. His attorneys are sitting down. It's been like this for over a half hour. I only went live because I thought they were bringing him in. But I appreciate you being here, Karen, like always. And with that 5 foot assassin manhunt, I didn't even know what day of the week it was. They were all just mushed in together. I don't think I ever want to do that again. That's funny. Oh my god. Yeah, we found her DNA in his hair. They found DNA on her fingers. Okay, from braiding his hair. Look at how filled up that courtroom is. Hold on, let's look. What do you think about that jury tampering? I'm glad I kept watching yesterday morning because it finally happened. I used to live in the area. Grew up there. Oh, that's right. The prison they took him to is 8 miles from my childhood home. Oh, oh. Since you said that, I found a site which I'm going to start going through of missing people in Pennsylvania that I'm going to be covering. I'm going to try to do one a day from there. I was in shock when I found this site. He needs to get a new trial. Yeah, I do too. A lot of people didn't, like me saying that, but what that lady did was unbelievable. I would have felt pressured, and you know what? Even more than one person said it, how they felt. She should be fired too. You know this judge don't play. But sadly, that video did him in. That Snapchat video. That would be great. I admire what you are doing with Missouri. I wish I could be in the live slide. But no, that's okay. I get really excited when you come in there because you're my girl. Yep, so I was in shock. Yep, I'm so glad I found that site. And there's so many young boys that's missing. A lot of female, but a lot of young boys, like 12, 14, 16. So I probably have a series on that. I gotta think of a name though. I didn't realize because Missouri's bad, Georgia's bad, Michigan, and then now Philadelphia. Right? And telling them that they'd have to be there overnight. Or am I wrong? I could be wrong. Let me think for a minute. Yeah, she made the rules, huh? Didn't she? All for a book. All these stupid people in it for themselves for a book. Aw, you're welcome. I know you work really hard there on Twitter. I just can't get used to Twitter. I still don't know what I'm doing. I like TikTok though. I need to get more subs on TikTok. Um, People on TikTok are super nice to me, and more people look at my videos. And I got like 4 times the subs on here. It's so weird. But if I get to 1,000 subs, I can go live from TikTok too. So that's my goal. I'm up to what, 600 and something right now. Making oh, making a Facebook post to get rid of Egg Lady. Crazy. Making up a Facebook post to get rid of Egg Lady. Okay, let me think. To get rid of Egg Lady. Who's the Egg Lady? I don't know who that is. I'll keep thinking. No, I just woke up. Usually I can catch on to things. What is that area in Billy? Kingston, where all those homeless people are? That is so heartbreaking. Hi. Him and his co-conspirators are in court for all that money fraud. Kingston, yes. I looked at your TikTok. That's great. I tried to download it again, and I didn't have enough room. Overloaded my phone. Making videos on my phone is killing it. Oh, gotcha. That's a good idea. I watch like Subway Belly, or what is it called? Subway Belly or something. The guy named Mark runs it, and it breaks my heart. And then there's another one, Kingston Road, I think. And I just want to go there and help these people. I'm trying to find things in my area, so I can help people here, but I haven't found anything yet, sadly, because I do try to focus on my own state. I mean, those people, they look like zombies. It is so weird to, and what they're doing right in front of anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. And the cops don't do nothing. The government don't do nothing to help these people. A lot of people I hate it when they say, "Well, they ain't trying and this and that." You know what? You don't know their story. It's a disease, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. The egg lady, the juror who got dismissed right before the. I think they didn't like her because I think they they thought that she was for Alex. Hey, Karen, I was really impressed with JLR and how he reported this time because I've had a problem when I have a problem when he goes after victims and innocent people within a case, okay, and mainly the Wells. But I asked for permission day one if I could stream him. He gave me permission and said thank you for asking. And then I was just really impressed. He didn't bother people. He stayed out of the way. And people complain, but yet people streamed them. That's what was funny. It's like, okay, you don't like the guy, you're streaming him. She did. Oh, okay. I didn't like him going after the Wells. Nope, I didn't either. So if he keep, I mean, obviously, look at all the subs he got. People do like him, you know. And I don't like talking bad about creators, other creators, unless they hurt me. Yep, I agree. People didn't like what I had to say about him all week for the week, you know, that he was out there. But I thought, well, yeah, we can all have our opinion, but don't come on my channel and dog them. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Oh my God, this is crazy. What is he kicking and screaming? He don't want to come out like Letitia. Come on now, you're wasting my precious time. That's a joke, by the way. Yes, the camera's going, dude. Nala, no barking. Karen, you got to get yourself another phone then, strictly for Twitter. Hey, maybe you can think of a name. Help me think of a name for the Pennsylvania missing people because there's way too many. See, I got to get a whole separate laptop to do the Missouri one, and I'll be with Miss Barbara till the end. Not to the end. I will always be a lifetime friend to her. She's amazing. How you been, Truth? Are you getting sleep now that the 5 foot assassin's been captured? Here, it is. It's muted. Oh no, it's just they turned it down. Here, I'm gonna blast it on my end. Hold on. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, is that better? Oh my God. Listen to that sound, you guys. He was kicking and screaming. Good, good, good.
You may be seated.
Can you hear?
Morning.
Morning, we have, I think, 3 matters on the docket, statement 3 matters for your Honor's consideration today. I believe in speaking with State Grand Jury Clerk, the first case status is the State versus Russell Lucas Feet. Again, to remind Your Honor, he's been indicted in 2022 GS 4701, venue in Hampton County. This is the State Grand Jury indictment containing 4 white-collar counts. 2022 GS 4702, that's in Hampton County, 3 white-collar counts. And then finally, 2022 GS 4703, venue in Allendale County, which contains 14 white-collar counts. Total of 21 charges with an alleged loss of about $1.8 million. Mr. Lafitte is here, present with his counsel, Mark Moore and Todd Rutherford. And again, I think we're here to discuss the case and to discuss a trial date.
Not to discuss the trial date, to set a
Oh
trial
my
date.
God.
And the state is prepared to go forward with whatever date works for all parties. I think the defense has a position, and so I will let them at this point raise whatever they wish to raise, unless Your Honor has any specific questions.
All right. Mr. Moore?
Morning, Your Honor, how are you?
Fine.
So, things have not changed much on the federal side since the last time we spoke. Mr. Lafitte's bond motion is still pending with the Fourth Circuit. The Fourth Circuit has not yet decided. I thought we would have a decision by today.
It's what kind of motion?
It's a motion for an appeal bond. He is scheduled to report on September 21st, unless the Fourth Circuit grants him an appeal bond. I had a briefing scheduled in this case. In the federal case, they briefed it at the end of September. The government crossed appeal, and after the government crossed appeal, the Fourth Circuit consolidated those cases. I don't have a new briefing schedule, but I'm going to get a briefing schedule in the federal case.
All right. So you're here to talk about the federal case. I'm here to talk about this case, the state case.
Well, Your Honor, I'm just telling you because they have some relationship to each other.
What is the relationship?
The relationship, Your Honor, is that much of the evidence is the same. Okay? Much of the evidence is the same. And as Your Honor knows, and I know that these cases are scheduled separately, but my client is charged in 3 separate cases with Mr. Murdaugh. Okay? They are co-defendants. No motion to sever has been filed. Okay? And so, as I understand it, the state wants to try a case involving Mr. Murdaugh that does not involve my client first. My client has been convicted in federal court, and
We're going to set this case aside and proceed with Mr. Murdaugh's case. Then we'll come back to this case.
so you want to set aside one?
That's what I just said, yes.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can we have Mr. Murdaugh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, maybe he's coming out now. Here he comes. Yeah, there's two others involved. Oh, no, look at Alex. His hair is growing back.
Mr. Murdaugh. Morning.
This is State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh. Your Honor is aware he's been indicted in a slew of state grand jury charges. I'm happy to read those numbers into the record. They are extensive. We have 2021 GS 4727 in Orangeburg County, containing a number of white-collar counts. 2021 GS 4728 in Bamberg County. These were indicted in the state grand jury in November of 2021. We have 2021 GS 4729 in Allendale County, also indicted in November 21. 2021 GS 4730 in Beaufort County, also indicted in November 2021. 2021 GS 4731 in Carlton County, also indicted in November of 2021. 2021 GS 4732 in Hampton County, indicted in December 2021. 2021 GS 4733 in Hampton County, also indicted in December 21. 2021 GS 4734 in Hampton County, also indicted in December 21. 2021 GS 4735 in Beaufort County, indicted in December 21. 2021 GS 4736 in Hampton County, also indicted in December 21. 2021 GS 4737 in Hampton County, indicted by the state grand jury in December 21. 2021 GS 4738 in Carlton County, that's indicted in December 2021. 2021 GS 4729 was a superseding in Allendale County in January 2022. 2022 GS 4701 in Hampton County in January 2022. 2022 GS 4702 in Hampton County, that's January 22 was when it was indicted. 2022 GS 4703 in Allendale County in January 22. 2021 GS 4727 superseding in March of 22 in Orangeburg County. 2021 GS 4730 superseding in Beaufort County in March of 2022. 2022 GS 4701 in Hampton County in April. 2022 GS 4702 in Hampton County in April. 2022 GS 4703 is superseding in Allendale County in April of 2022. 2022 GS 4710 in Carlton County in June of 2022. 2022 GS 4723 in Hampton County in August of 2022. 22 GS 4724 in Carlton County in August of 2022. Finally, our last two, 2022 GS 4734 in Hampton in December of 2022, and 2023 GS 4703 in Carlton County, indicted in April of 23. Your Honor, the state grand jury indictments that I've just listed against Alex Murdaugh represent 101 total charges for an alleged loss of almost $8.8 million. Your Honor, the state is here, as we have discussed, I believe, back in April, requesting a trial date for Mr. Murdaugh. I believe that we look at some of the other co-conspirators that Ford Fleming has pled. We're supposed to go to trial this week. But Mr. Murdaugh remains the state's priority, and I believe the case that is the priority would be the case involving the Satterfield, Your Honor. That by far represents the greatest single loss among all the victims. That would be 2021 GS 4730, victim here in Beaufort County. And the state is intent and requesting the court to schedule a trial date as soon as reasonably possible, sometime before the end of this year, to try Alex Murdaugh on those particular charges.
All right, Mr. Harper. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, there are a number of different objections we have to trying any of these cases this year. We previously got the impression from Your Honor when we met at the last status conference that you would not be trying any of these cases, and you'd be leaving the bench on January 1.
Tell me about that question again.
That was my impression based on your discussion. Now, maybe I misread you. I've done that from time to time during the process. If I did, I apologize. But in the meantime, Mr. Griffin and I have scheduled other matters for this fall. I am, both he and I have a federal trial in December. Before that, Your Honor, and I think I mentioned this the last time we talked, I have the oldest case in Lexington County, civil case, involves the death of 5 children killed by their father who sentenced to death for it. We sued the Department of Social Services 8 years ago, and finally on a trial docket. I've meant this is something I mentioned.
It's on a trial docket for when?
Motions on the 14th of October, trial on October, and I have a email here from Judge McCadlin who's trying a trial on motions heard on October 13th, trial roster for October 30th. And it's at least a 2-week or 3-week trial. Mr. Griffin has an additional conflict in Texas in a federal trial for October 30th that week. So I guess this is September. It looks like most of October is going to be involved either getting ready for or trying that case. Wouldn't be done until early November. And Your Honor, it's going to take some time to get ready for these cases. But more importantly, and maybe this is the toughest thing I have to say, and that is this. This case was finished 6 months ago. It clearly, I don't think anyone disputes this, had more publicity than any case in the history of this state, and maybe the country. On national television every day for 6 weeks, the motions motions hearings were covered, and they're here again today. It has been podcasted, blogged, we've got podcasters out there who are gripping their 15 minutes, hanging by their fingernails, wanting more of their 15 minutes of fame and continue to talk about this. I understand one of the solutions to massive pretrial publicity is a change of venue. There are 2 cases I want to cite to the court, both of the United States Supreme Court cases. Murdaugh versus Florida, and the cited, it's Shepard versus Maxwell. There are 2 kinds of pretrial publicity that would indicate a continuance and or a change of venue required. Prejudice is presumed for pretrial publicity when pretrial publicity is sufficiently prejudicial and inflammatory, and the prejudicial pretrial publicity saturates the community where the trials are held. They found presumed pretrial publicity in a case much less renowned, much less publicized than this one. And Your Honor, to try this case in less than a year after the verdict came in the other case, don't we need to let it calm down a little bit? Where are you going to get a jury? Mars? I mean, you know where in this state.
Allendale, Orangeburg, Beaufort, Colleton,
Your Honor, and I
Hampton.
appreciate your sense of humor.
It's not a sense of humor. We have many counties where these indictments were issued. I am not presuming that a jury cannot be impaneled. Just as the trial that took place in Colleton County, there was no motion to change venue. I'm not presuming any prejudice, and the test is not based on speculation. The test is whether or not a jury can be impaneled. You first have to attempt to get a jury according to the law.
What I'm saying is, I think it's being exercised in futility. I know this. We've been interviewing jurors, as you know, in the murder trial. There was a juror who on that jury who had been excused, been on the jury, panel within the previous year and told other jurors, I want on this trial, I want on this trial. And that, I'm afraid, is what happened on that jury. We got a motion for a new trial after discovered evidence. The court, the Attorney General is going to file their response tomorrow. We believe the Court of Appeals will order a hearing before a circuit court judge to determine whether or not the corporate court tampered with that jury. And that is and so we would go forward with another trial while that matter is pending, while that matter is being litigated.
Probably not in Colorado County.
Well, Your Honor, the idea that somehow something happens in Colleton County doesn't affect what happens in Beaufort County. I mean, this is a national case. I mean, do they not have television in Allendale County?
I don't
Do they
know.
not have the internet?
I don't know.
So what's the hurry? That's the other point. What is the hurry? He's pleading in federal court next Thursday. Every allegation the state has made, the victims will have their day in court. We plead, Mr. Murdaugh indicated he pleads guilty to the state charge, but the state insists on doing them in serial, so they get 3 convictions, so they get life without parole. A guy who's already serving 2 life sentences without parole. This is just another attempt to get more publicity, to make this another national case. And, Your Honor, I'm offended with the Attorney General. He's got many other cases that are much older than this, but granted, court TV won't be there for it. This is another effort at creating a national spectacle. Now, Your Honor has some things to say about Mr. Murdaugh at a sentencing. You obviously believe he's guilty of that. You obviously think the jury found him guilty of that. But I would ask you to put those feelings aside and give us a chance to litigate this jury tampering issue. To allow Mr. Griffin and I to have time, if there's going to be a trial on these, prepare for those trials, which we won't with our calendar for the fall. And third thing is, why doesn't the Attorney General put some distance between the conviction in the murder case and the trial, if there has to be a trial, on the financial cases? I'm, as you know, as a prosecutor, I'm bewildered by this. I'm certainly they can do it, but why? Why? What is the hurry? Thank you, Court. No. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this isn't about a spectacle. These white-collar indictments have been investigated by the state grand jury, which is a partnership with the AG and SLED. And these particular, the Satterfield indictments were indicted in November of 2021, just about 2 months after the side of the road happened. This is about allegations that represent an assault on the state judiciary. And because of that, they need to be answered. Your Honor is exactly correct that the law does not presume prejudice. If he wants to file a motion where he cites law, then we can respond, but the law is very clear. It's that you don't presume prejudice, you try to seat a jury. And only through that process can the court then assess whether or not a jury can be seated. We are in 2023. The reality of the media environment is what it is. And unless we're going to say the judicial system just can't function because of publicity, that just leaves nothing left to happen. This is just a reality that we live in. And so we depend on the ability of the system, we depend on the ability of the jury selection process to seat jurors. And that is what should happen. And only if there is an inability to do so can this court then consider whether or not there needs to be some change of venue or some relief or something like that. That is exactly what the process should be. And this is a big county, this is Beaufort County, and fundamentally, just as we rely on lawyers, just as we rely on judges to be objective about what they do, and that includes the defense motion here, okay? We have an objective duty. We also depend, the system depends on jurors to be objective as well. And to just say, because there's publicity, nothing can be done, just throws the system out and leaves no recourse whatsoever. And what the defense can't do is try to essentially run down the street to the federal authorities and bypass the accountability that needs to happen in state court for a direct assault through use of a state law license on this courtroom, Your Honor, on the other courtrooms in the other counties that I named. The state judiciary needs, the state judicial system needs to answer for this the allegations of this assault. And that's why this is important. That's why this case has priority, and that's why the state seeks to move it forward.
Briefly, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Well, this wasn't his argument a year ago when he called the murder case first. The murder case was indicted after the financial crimes, and it wasn't that important then. Now, all of a sudden, it's, the most important thing in the world. I would suggest, Your Honor, that he made a decision to try the murder case first, not the financial crimes. And as a result, we've been put in the position, of where we're at today. In addition to that, I would state for the record, I want this clear, based on that is, Mr. Griffin and my trial schedules in other cases between now and the end of the year, we would be ineffective in preparing for this trial, any trial.
Your Honor, that is absolutely not what happened. I even said I was happy to try the white collar cases first. It was the defense's motion for a speedy trial and Mr. Harpootlian's waiver of his legislative immunity, which is what led to the murder cases being done before. It was the defense that wanted to trial the murder case. They filed a motion for speedy trial, and the state said, okay, let's do it.
He had a decision to agree with that, Your Honor. It was up to him. He's calling the case today. The solicitor calls the case, the prosecutor. We don't call the case. It was his decision. He decided to go with the murder case first.
Your Honor, the state is happy to show up in court and seek justice for these very important matters whenever a date can be scheduled. And the only reason the murder went first was because of Mr. Harpootlian.
Of course, not going to defer to Texas in setting a trial date. And a trial date will be set prior to the end of this year. You all have a choice of either the week of November 13th, November 27th, and there's an Allendale term scheduled. Or December 11th. You all have a choice of either of those 3 weeks to try whatever case is pending in those individual venues.
Your Honor, could we confer and email you today on what our preferences are?
No, we can confer and resolve it this morning while we maybe move on to the next matters. We have other matters.
Anyone?
Your Honor, without waiving my previously made objections, November 27th would allow us to deal with these other trials, although not really give us time to prepare for this, because you've already heard my position on that.
Well, November 27th, let's see.
Monday after Thanksgiving.
All right, let's see. And we're attempting to coordinate with other existing terms of courts in the various places.
the venue on November 27th.
I'm open to whatever venue. The predominant number of cases are pending in Hampton County.
Then the state's preference would be to do the Satterfields in Beaufort because that is the greatest single loss. But if there are scheduling issues, we will do Hampton. I do believe that it makes the most sense to do that one first just because of the way this case is developed. And so the state would seek to call that the election in Beaufort County.
Let's see. November 27th, there is a general sessions terms scheduled here in Beaufort County.
For the 27th.
Yes.
That works for the state, yes, sir. Obviously, I need to coordinate with the solicitor's office as well. Absolutely.
No, we'll take care of whatever coordination is necessary, unless there's a death penalty case scheduled that week.
Thank you.
All right, so the case is set for trial on November 27th.
That's good, okay, right.
Is that the matter you're seeking, the Satterfield trial?
Yes, sir. That would be, of course, relevance. 2021 GS 4730.
Thank you for the note. You got nothing else, I'm sorry.
Do y'all want to set a deadline for any motions that might be filed?
Yes, sir. I think that's advisable. If I can look at my phone real quick, Your Honor. I would say because of the week prior, obviously, is Thanksgiving, that perhaps the Friday the 10th might be the best day for motions and then responses to the following week. Maybe by Friday the 17th. I think if we have significant pretrial issues, it might even make sense to have a hearing prior to the trial day so that those, if there's resolution of those, we can get the ground running that trial week.
Your Honor, none of this is a big concern. I don't know why we just can't deal with it that morning. I mean, our schedules really are complicated. Can't we have the hearing that morning?
The morning of the trial?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Well, a deadline for filing the motions.
I don't have a problem with that. 10 days prior to trial and responses 5 days before trial.
Okay. I think, in effect, that's what you proposed.
Yeah, Your Honor, and I apologize, the 10th is Veterans Day. We could have the motions filed on the 17th.
My God knows I don't want to have to work on Veterans Day. Oh, my God.
I just pointed that out, Your Honor.
I know the state government people enjoy these holidays, but we're going to have to rearrange a major personal items to deal with this. I plan to take Thanksgiving and visit my wife overseas. That ain't happening now. I've got to call her when I leave here to tell her. So, perhaps we'll have to work Veterans Day. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah,
I would say these people next to me work just as hard as they do, and Your Honor saw that.
we'll be working Veterans Day, so why don't you match it?
What's the deadline? Maybe you'll have it prepared the day before. Veterans Day is on the Friday the 10th, is that it? Well, the deadline will be Thursday the 9th. How about that?
And then responses in 5 days.
And responses in 5 days will determine when and if a hearing is needed prior to the 27th. If you put all of that in order and circulate it to council for any comment, and I'll sign a written order addressing all of that we've just discussed.
Well prepared, Your Honor.
All right, anything else we need to talk about in this case?
Your Honor, I hate to rise.
I said in this case.
Well,
No, you're not in this case, are you?
Yes, Your Honor, but
Well, we're coming to you next.
I know I'm just charged with him in the other case.
You're charged with what?
My client is charged jointly with Mr. Murdaugh and 3 other people that have not been scammed.
He's indicated he's calling the State v. Murdaugh, State v. not Murdaugh, yeah, State v. Murdaugh in the Satterfield case. Unless you want to voluntarily join in.
Your Honor, I do not, you got voluntarily to win anything.
Well,
Your Honor, I apologize for Mr. Moore, he just had to say it.
all right, well, I thank you all very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
We'll take 2 or 3 minutes and then move back to the feet matter.
Oh my God, you guys, I was muted. Okay. Well, thank you for coming through, and this was interesting. I'm going to be on later doing a live about Psycho. So I'll do a notification. It should be like, yeah, but I've been trying to talk. I don't know what to do with StreamYard. I complained. All right. Thank you, Karen.